All right, guys, look up. We're going for question of the week. See this right here? That's what you need to do. Oh, maybe over here. Is it over here? Oh, all right. The phone number, the email. Send your question for question of the week. All right. Question of the week. Hey, look who I got here. Dustin.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I got this question of the week during the week, and I knew we were going to record, so I was like, wow, you would be the perfect person to answer this. So here we go. Wrestling fan 63877 says, you always talk about new gear. When one of the wrestlers gets new stuff, you always point it out. How important is it to have the right gear on the right wrestler? How important is that?
Well, first of all, it is extremely important. I mean, this dates back to Beyond the Mat, where you see Jim Ross telling two guys that just had a tryout match that if you had this cut down a little bit more, then it would look this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. So it's very, very important. But when do I ever mention people's
No, me.
gear?
He's talking about me. I mention
Okay,
it
all
all
right.
the time. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Derek and Ray had new gear, and then Colton Cage had new gear a couple weeks back, and then it's on this
Yes.
upcoming show. And I always talk about the gear because the announcers never say anything about it, but it's one of those things that I always notice. Notice.
Well, that's wise. We want you to notice. I notice as well, but I just don't put it over because to me, it's something that's expected for, a talent to always have some new gear, especially, I'll tell you, like the Posse are really good at it. You can see when the Posse transition from one story to the next, like right now, I call it the Beetlejuice gear because they have the black and white stripes or whatever.
Right.
But then the next story that happens, you'll probably see him wearing something different. Big John Dalton, of course, because he's such a wrestling fan and so early into his career that he can switch up. Like he's got a new Ingomar Falcons singlet. He's got his, future Hall of Famer singlet. He's got a whole bunch of different things to where he can wear wherever he is. It's different. And it's something new all the time. So we notice it. We just don't mention it on television. We leave that to you guys to mention.
Right. And then
very important.
Reminded me of something that I was watching SummerSlam, and I saw Finn Balor come out. He was wearing Nikes. And do you remember, you can just back me up on this, but do you remember when you first got into business, if you did not have a real set of wrestling boots, you were considered either backyard or outlaw, and they didn't even want to use you on the show, right?
Yeah. You know what happened?
John Cena?
We outnumber them.
Oh.
We being the younger generation
You're
have
right.
now outnumbered the old guys that wouldn't let us do that back in the day.
Right,
if I had an idea, like now I wear Jordans with everything, a suit, a tux. It don't matter if I'm wrestling, I wear them. That's my deal. Had I done that back in the day, they'd say, you can't do that. You can't wrestle with those in there. They wouldn't let you. And so now
they would not let you wrestle at all.
We outnumber them.
It's
our rules now.
Right. Yeah, I guess it is. But I was ahead of you. So when I was doing the magic thing early or going to shows, I seen them say, where's your gear? And the guy go, well, I got these. No, you're not wrestling. Go on.
Now,
get out.
In all fairness, don't just bring, unless your gimmick is like trailer park trash or something, don't bring some shoes that you wear out on the streets every day. Like I wear different shoes on the court for the Grizzlies than I do in my everyday. So if you should treat them like wrestling boots or wrestling shoes. But yeah, nowadays we can wear whatever we want.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Right there on the screen, on the bottom of the screen, you'll see how to call or you email us and get questions.
You mean right here on the screen? On the screen right there?
Oh, God. Thanks, Dustin. Thanks for joining us this week.
Oh, yeah.